You might be surprised to learn that the first ever international cricket match was hosted in Manhattan, New York City, in 1844 between America and Canada, which, by the way, Canada won by 23 runs. It was a two-day match that was extended to the third day because of bad weather. Cricket was very popular in America before the Civil War started in 1861. But its popularity declined and that of baseball rose both during and after the Civil War that took place between 1861 and 1865 for some very interesting reasons. But now the trends are in reverse again. Cricket is rising in popularity and baseball is falling in popularity. This is the reason Unmukh Chand, who led India's under-19 men's cricket team to a World Cup victory, signed a multi-year contract with the Silicon Valley cricket team that is part of the Major Cricket League, MLC, the American version of IPL.
Hi everybody, this is Shah Rukh Khan, and firstly I want to thank American Cricket Enterprises and US Cricket for inviting the Knight Riders to become part of this new and exciting journey to establish cricket in general and T20 in particular in the US market.
The CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, and CEO of Adobe are among other prominent Indians who have invested in Major Cricket League. In this video, let's understand how rich and powerful Indians in US are making America a crazy cricket nation once again after almost 200 years. Cricket has a long history in America, dating back to the 18th century. The first recorded mention of cricket in America comes from Georgia in 1737. Like I said, cricket was popular in pre-Civil War America, and the first ever international cricket match in the world was played between United States and Canada in Manhattan in 1844. However, despite its history, cricket has never gained widespread popularity in America. There are several reasons for this, one of which is that baseball was more conducive to battlefield conditions during the Civil War. It did not need a smooth batting surface to bat on. Another is that baseball was, at least then, a much shorter game. But the main reason for cricket losing its popularity is clever marketing of baseball that was based on a lie. Both cricket and baseball were invented by the British. But in 1905, Albert Spalding, an American baseball player and a businessman, cleverly marketed a lie saying that American Civil War hero invented baseball, not British. So it was considered patriotic to play baseball. Unlike now, notions of patriotism impacted lives of people a lot more back then. Also, the rules of baseball were much easier to understand than the rules of cricket. That is why baseball started rising in popularity and eventually became a national sport of America. Grand Prairie Stadium in Grand Prairie, Texas, which was a baseball stadium before, is now being converted into a cricket stadium that can host 15,000 people. When it reopens in a few months, it will be the first home of Major League Cricket, MLC, that will initially have 6 teams: Dallas, Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. We'll come back to the Major League Cricket in a moment. The conversion of the Air Hogs baseball stadium symbolizes a larger trend in the world's two major bat and ball sports, with baseball declining in popularity and cricket gaining in popularity in America. In 1937, 34% of Americans named baseball as their favorite sport. By 2017, just 9% did, according to polls conducted by Gallup. The main reason for this is that baseball games have become longer and duller. There are 3 main reasons for this.
The 5 best baseball players in America could walk into this office right now, and 95% of this audience would not know who they are. They'd be like, those are some good-looking buff dudes, but they wouldn't know that it's Mike Trout, and he's the best player.
In 1937, an average Major League game ran about 2 hours. However, the average game now drags on for more than 3 hours. Time wasting by pitchers and batters, that is bowlers and batsmen in cricket lingo, often as an intentional strategy to disrupt the rhythm of the opposition team, is one of the reasons.
This wall. It did it with the hands and it fell down.
Second, because of the money ball effect, nowadays statistics is used to decide almost everything in baseball. who to play, where to play, when to make substitutions, the best pitches to throw at the opposition team, which again in cricket lingo means statistical analysis decides when and whom to bowl a Yorker or a bouncer in the opposition team. Analytics are replacing instinct, creativity, and the raw action, making baseball very robotic and less exciting for the fans to watch. The third and the final reason why baseball has become duller is that it has not used modern technology and evolved over time. For instance, baseball does not use replay review, unlike in cricket, which can slow the game down, or electronic strike zone technology, which can make the game more accurate.
The technology to accurately call a pitch already exists. You see it on TV every day, and they even use it to train umpires. But replacing them with it, that's new.
Baseball authorities have also been reluctant to experiment with new formats, such as a shorter and more exciting version of the game, making it outdated. On the other hand, cricket has not only adopted new technology, but also new and exciting formats like the 2020. No such maladies afflict cricket, which with its vast fan base in South Asia is the second most watched sport in the world after soccer. Unlike baseball, which has seen a decline in popularity, cricket has been on a steady upward trajectory. The origin of this growth can be traced back to 1971, when England was touring Australia for a series of dull 5-day test match. When the third test also got washed out because of rain, the teams decided to play a one-day match instead. To their surprise, 46,000 fans turned up to watch, compared to only 42,000 over the 5 days of the first test. This sparked a new era of cricket, as teams began to embrace one-day internationals, ODIs, as a regular feature. In 1975, the International Cricket Council even launched the ODI World Cup. The late 1970s saw the introduction of a rogue American-inspired league, World Series Cricket, which introduced even more innovations such as floodlights, colorful uniforms, and white ball instead of the red one. Despite its reputation as a sport steeped in tradition, cricket has proved to be highly adaptive. However, even one-day internationals were still a whole day long, and by the 21st century, that seemed a bit excessive. In early 2000s, the English Cricket Board introduced a shorter form of the game known as 2020, which only took 3 hours to play. It was an instant success. T20's rise was only just beginning. In 2008, the Indian Cricket Board launched the Indian Premier League, IPL, a tournament of city or state-based franchises that heavily borrowed from American sports leagues, even importing cheerleaders from American football. As British sports journalist Tim Wigmore put it in his book about T20, the IPL marked the Americanization of Indian cricket. Sports as an international event with the best players from world over, but with an Indian team always winning. This format quickly spread, spawning the Caribbean Premier League, Australia's Big Bash, and more. The backers of the major cricket league, MLC in America, are now adopting this model and re-importing it to America. Cricket and baseball have met in the middle on length, but cricket now provides far more action per minute. The average T20 match sees between 250 and 400 runs. The fast-paced and exciting style of play has helped cricket become one of the most popular sports in the world. And with the MLC, it is now making its way to America. Cricket, once a beloved sport in America, fell out of favor over a century ago. But much has changed since then, not just in terms of the players and the fans, but also in the very meaning of what it means to be American. In 1920s, the United States was overwhelmingly white, with a rigidly segregated society. It wasn't until 1947 that Major League Baseball saw its first black player. But today, the demographic makeup of country is vastly different, with white and black people making up only 73% of the population. People from all over the world now call America home, and baseball's biggest star is a Japanese phenomenon, Ohtani Shohei, who was so determined to play in America that he sacrificed enormous sums to make the move. The beauty of America is that it is a melting pot where anyone can become American. This is particularly true for South Asians, who have been coming to America in droves in recent years. In 2019, there were 5.5 million South Asians in America, up from 2.2 million in the year 2000. Indians alone make up 4.6 million of this number, with 68% of them being born outside of America. Additionally, there are another million migrants from cricket-loving former British colonies in the Caribbean, such as Barbados, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. Despite this growing presence of cricket-loving immigrants, the sport has remained largely invisible in mainstream American culture.
Any idea what this is?
Cricket bat.
It's a cricket bat, is it not?
It's a cricket bat.
And do you know the rules of cricket?
Absolutely not.
I know the games can go on for like days.
I know the concept of the wicket.
Throw the ball, you hit the ball.
The batter is actually defending some pegs.
The concept of the run.
It's dangerous.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
Well, that, to be honest, is the best we've heard today.
Every summer, parks of American city are taken over by hundreds of cricketers, but somehow nobody notices. It's like we are invisible, says an Indian origin Trinidadian character in Netherlands, a novel set in New York's cricket-playing milieu in early 2000s. But this invisibility is nothing new for people of color. USA Cricket, the governing body responsible for developing sport and selecting the national team, estimates that 200,000 people play cricket across 400 local leagues, and the majority of these players are black or brown. The American men's, women's, and under-19 national teams are now composed entirely of American, South Asians, and West Indians, with only one Briton. 5 players on the men's squad even share the Gujarati surname Patel. Many American clubs are formed on the basis of origin. Some are all Jamaican, others are made up of people from a specific village in India or Sri Lanka. Cricket may have fallen out of favor with mainstream American culture, but it has found a new home amongst the diverse population of immigrants who have made America their own. It is a reminder that America is not just a place but an idea, one that has the power to bring people together, regardless of their background or ethnicity. With the increasing popularity of cricket among immigrants, it may be just a matter of time before the sport becomes a beloved part of American culture once again. Cricket, a sport that has long been a defining characteristic of Indians in America, has recently been gaining momentum in the United States. A group of tech-savvy and financially successful Indians, including Anurag Jain, owner of the Dallas team, and Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, have come together to establish the Major League Cricket. The league is not just about creating a platform for the sport to be played at a professional level, but also about introducing cricket to the American public and making it a mainstream sport in the country. Anurag Jain, who was once a promising fast bowler in his youth, was forced to give up his cricket dreams by his father, who wanted him to pursue a career in engineering. Jain moved to America, pursued an MBA, and became a successful businessman. However, the seed of the unfulfilled cricketing aspirations remained with him. Similarly, Satya Nadella was a spin bowler in his youth and had aspirations to play for Hyderabad, but ended up becoming the CEO of Microsoft. The establishment of MLC is a way for these individuals to fulfill their cricketing aspirations and to give back to the community by introducing the sport to a wider audience. The MLC is not just about 6 major league teams, but also includes minor league cricket, a developmental league with 26 teams in cities like Sacramento and St. Louis. The league is also investing in cricket academies to train young players and in encouraging schools to adopt the sport. The MLC aims to get the average American fan into the sport, which is a big challenge, but one that the league's backers are determined to overcome. The founders of the league have also started and sold a cricket pay TV channel and streaming service called Willow TV. The MLC's backers also hope to persuade India's vast audience to tune in and are in negotiations with global broadcasters. There will also be a lot of merchandise available. USA Cricket has a commercial agreement with MLC to develop and promote the domestic league. Another hurdle is the lack of cricket grounds in America, most of which have poor batting services and outfields with the wrong grass. However, the MLC plans to invest in building cricket ovals, similar to how soccer fields were converted into American football fields. The US is also set to co-host Cricket World Cup in 2024, and USA Cricket wants to include cricket at the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. In conclusion, the Major League Cricket is a new venture that aims to not just establish a platform for the sport to be played at a professional level, but also to introduce cricket to the American public and make it a mainstream sport in the country. The league is backed by successful and financially stable Indians who have a passion for the sport and want to give back to the community. With the potential rewards being so high, the MLC is determined to overcome the hurdles and make cricket a popular sport in America. The Major League Cricket MLC may be viewed as a way to introduce cricket to American public and make it a mainstream sport in the country. However, another perspective is that American cricket does not need to be viewed through the lens of its founding narrative. The large population of cricket mad South Asians and West Indians, who are just as American as any baseball fan, provides a powerful incentives for the MLC investors. This league is already attracting individuals who may not have otherwise come to America. Players like Unmukh Chand, a former captain of India's under-19 team, and Liam Plunkett, an English cricketer, have accepted multi-year contracts with the Silicon Valley and Philadelphia teams respectively. These players are attracted by the opportunities and prosperity the league offers, as well as the chance to live closer to their families in America. Cricketers around the world usually go to England, Australia or India for a season, but now cricketers might be coming to America for a lifetime. The MLC is providing a better future for migrants and is already imbued with the ideals upon which America was founded. It may not matter if 330 million people think of cricket as American. By providing opportunity, prosperity and a better future for migrants, the English sport is already imbued with the ideals with which America was founded. The MLC is not just about the sport, but also about ideals that it represents. Thanks for staying till the end. If you like this video, you will also like this one. And please subscribe. It's really encouraging to see subscriber numbers go up. I'm Sharat Mantrawadi. Thanks for watching.